You guys see the arc?
Gorgeous sort of very classical look to it, and these lovely kind of cobble streets which make it a nightmare to drive on, but it's really rather pretty. Now ahead of us we have the Arc de Triomphe, the top of there. It's beautiful, the view from up there. See, look at this for driving, guys. Closing up, yes. All right, so now if you, as we kind of come, we're going to go down this big street to the right with all the flags, but if you look just to the left, you might just see, I don't know if we're quite out of it, the area we've come from, La Défense, because in La Défense there is a huge arch, which ain't good. So the Grand Palais is on the right hand side and the Petit Palais on the left. I think they've got that the right way around. Yes. Boucher. Might get a better view just in a second. So sort of through there, that's the Grand Palais, which is a sort of exhibition area with a beautiful roof, that glass roof at the top. You just see that on the right? Really lovely. Now the French, white and blue, and they call their teams, their football teams, les bleus. Allez les bleus is what they say. Go the blues. There we go. A Rodin exhibition on the right. And the Petit Palais you can't really see on the left, but it's over there. Slightly misleading. Now we're going to cross the Seine River we were the other day. When we stayed at the first hotel in France, we were maybe a half an hour drive from the Seine, so it goes all the way through Paris and it keeps going. Now, as we drive down here, we're going to just behind where this green area is to the left, is a huge area called the Tuileries Gardens as well. And often they do kind of old.
So I might have to get
straight to the already.
Yeah. It was good. So much fun. But it made me feel sick.
It's right on the oh yes, it's Alex there actually. Yes.
For a second I was going to say, what do you do?
I like your name, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look at Emily, like.
Emily, hold for a second.
Out of the way, guys.
Told you I'd get you back.
Here. I should remember. I know that's stringers.
I'm giving us this one. You're gonna try.
Did you not know you could do that? No. Can I push out? Push out.
Oh God. Yes. Alright. Wait.
Alex, where are we finishing? Mount Parnasse?
Yeah, that's all Montparnasse.
This whole time, Jenna.
Hold on, I didn't know that.
To the right bank, north one. Just in front of us, a little slope which has always been known as Chaillot. Floor here you see the fountains which are not working right now, but in summertime when it's pretty hot here, all the children go in the water to get a bit of fresh air there. A little carousel on the right, and we're square, which is nowadays an important square for demonstrations. There's not any demonstration today, I checked, because when there is one you can't cross the square. Demonstration to protest about something that he thinks right, and then we had restoration of Mont, completely restored here on the right with the big dragons at the entrance by China, by Chinese people. It's one of the most prestigious hotels nowadays in Paris. You see, just and And just ahead of us, Napoleon I's Arch of Triumph. Actually, we have two arches. And then on the pillar next to it, to show you a little bit more on the left bank. Now, the reason why we call Prada shop is on the left side. We will drive by the Théâtre, the Statue of Liberty. So here it is, the torch. To the statue. You can see from here the gilded onion domes of a Russian church. Can you see that? Right, you see at the end of this large area, which we call the Place of Invalids, the Hotel of Invalids. Now, this as well later on as a private house for an aristocrat. This is not a private house. This date back to Napoleon I. The moat was a sign of monarchy. It was a privilege of the king in the 17th century. But actually the reason for the moat is that in the 17th century when this was built, all the area here was wild. This was the countryside.
So if you want to have a look inside,
You also have, when you look at the dormer windows on in your left, you will see the facade of Grand Palais, of the big palace with its huge.
do pitch.
No, you aren't. You know you are. Okay, right, you're going to need your fingers, hand up.
Oh my god. Stop. Do you want to like in place of that one or like?
Like, look at this view right here of that little courtyard area.
Of all the